You guys, exciting people, what's up, what's good? How you guys doing? This is the third news of the day, and obviously, Gusto TV got you guys covered. Welcome to Gusto Life News. My name is Victor Adeshui Babajide. Just so you know, Daki, and it's spelled Darki, and then you know it's double E. Welcome again to Gusto Life News. We begin today's news with no other person than Odogu Odigi, the man who got the chain for approximately 1 million US dollars, and then got a ring for approximately $2 million. That's about 1.8 billion naira. Now, that's what happens to artists when you have money. You just spend it anyhow. And for Burna Boy, he has been making good use of his money. Moving on, we saw Burna Boy, I told them, the album made a debut on the UK official album chart as #1, and that's a massive one. He has been on the run of this for like 2-3 days now, canvassing his fans, saying, please and please, you guys should stream so that we'll get #1. The last time Love That Mini, we couldn't make #1, but we made #2. And then he is saying, I told them, please and please, let us make it to #1. And all the fans listened to Burna Boy, and finally they came through. Burna Boy made it to #1. Moving on, we saw Burna Boy on a podcast where he came out again to talk about sampling. Burna Boy has been widely accused about sampling people's song, and Burna Boy came out to say he really does not see anything wrong in sampling. Just so you know, sampling means taking another person's body of work and maybe changing it in a bit to suit your own style. And Burna Boy is saying he doesn't have a problem with that, and then he feels that whoever it is that is talking about it, that person have an agenda with it. Burna Boy debunked where he said, as a matter of fact, some of his widely spread samples, he said they are samples he probably did not know they were samples. He just did them. And then he said, last at the song, if you remove the beat of last and put any other beats there, Burna Boy said it is going to sound the same way and it's the same way. So arguably, Burna Boy is saying sampling is a normal thingy, and then if you are saying he is sampling, then you have an agenda against him. Does this make sense to you actually? For me, I kind of feel like I'm just in between, but then I'm sure his fans understood what he was saying. Moving on, we saw Burna Boy, I told them, is aiming for a top 40 debut on the Billboard 200 with over 20,000 units sold. At the same time, I told them on the UK chart this week categories, but I told them as #1 on the official album chart, #1 on the official hip hop R&B chart, #1 on the album streaming chart, #1 on the physical album chart, #1 on the album sales chart, #2 on the album sales chart, #5 on the album download chart. Amazing one for Burna Boy at the time. Moving on, we saw tracks on Burna Boy I Told Them album storms the UK official singles chart heavily with Cheat on Me, City Boys, Big Seven, and Giza featuring Sheyi Vibes. Now, just so you know, Cheat on Me has sold over 14,000 units. City Boys have sold over 9,000 units. Big Seven has sold over 6,000 units, and then Giza have sold over 4,000 units. Moving on, African Giant have just sold over 126,000 units in the UK. Burna Boy and Grammy Award winning album Feather Stall has sold over 44,000 units in the UK. Burna Boy Love That Mini have just sold over 90 units. I feel like Burna Boy should just carry 3 and be selling things because at this point he's selling like rapidly. Love That Mini have just sold over 90,000 units in the UK. That's an amazing one for Burna Boy. Burna Boy, I told them, debut on this week UK album chart with 14,164 units sold. Only 2 African albums has ever sold more than 10,000 units in the first week on the UK chart history. I told them with 14,000 plus, and then Love That Mini with 10,000 plus. Moving on, we saw Burna Boy coming out finally to say Nigerians. I think this is not Nigerians, right? This is just the UK guys. And then he's saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. How many thank you again? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Honestly, thank you. Now, Burna Boy is not used to using the word thank you, please, I'm sorry. Those are words that are not known for Burna Boy. But this time, he got what he has wanted. And then he's saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. Honestly, thank you. Now, that shows a man who is sincere and then who is grateful for his UK fans. And Nigerian fans, like, I think for a Nigerian guy, they are saying, when we Burna Boy at the time, come and say, Nigerian fans, thank you. If that day ever comes, the next day should be rapture. Trust me. Moving on, we have Davido as the next guy on the news. So Davido is going to be, that's tomorrow, right? September 2nd. Davido is going to be at the Coca-Cola Arena in Dubai with some of his friends. We have Fave, Loje, Lugos Olori, Moravi, Musakis, Oxlade, Smalls, the DJ, TXC, Victonis, Latan, and surprise guest. To continue the timeless tour, Davido is set to storm the space to give them an experience they won't forget in a hurry. Moving on, we saw Davido giving us the remix for Unavailable, this time featuring Sean Paul and Ding Dong. And then we saw fans coming out to say, after this artist do 13 remix of his song of the summer, in no go still gree enter Billboard Hot 100. Davido has said this is the song of the summer, but then his fans are saying, please and please move on to Feel or something else, but then we are tired of Unavailable. But then Davido is saying, it's my song, it's my team, it's my label, I will do as I want. Does it make sense? You guys should do the conversation. Anyway, we saw Davido's associate Black Tycoon saying for Davido, they have about 62 flights left this year, and then what it means is for the month of September they have 20 flights they're going to be. So basically, Davido is probably going to be flying more before the year runs out. About 62 flights left, and then for this month of September, it's going to be on air for like 20 times. If you have a private jet, you can do as you please, isn't it? Moving on, we saw Davido having the rehearsal for the Dubai tour, and then obviously his tours, his sections are always amazing. Davido does not take rehearsals lightly, and this time we saw him rehearsing and preparing for the Timeless tour in Dubai. And then we saw Unavailable Musa Keys, currently at number 92 in his ninth week on Netherlands Singles Top 100 charts. At the same time, Unavailable currently chart at 64 on the UK official singles chart. And then in the UK, Davido have spent about 19 weeks on the charts. Now, for the way it works in the UK and the US is quite different. Davido has been penetrating US with the US radio tour and all of that, and it has been good for Davido. But then in the UK, he's now back on that one and having an amazing run in the UK. Moving on, we saw David of FCT, a guy who is physically disabled. We saw where he came out to say, Davido changed my life by liking my tweets, talking about Adebisi Michael. And we saw where Davido came out to say, I won't just like your tweets, but then please send me your account. Davido recently, we saw where he gave the Okoli lady the sum of 2 million naira courtesy to the note. And then he said, again, I want to do the same thing for this young man. Please send me your account. At the time, we are not sure of how much he sent, but we sure know that he want to send him some amount of money. Moving on, we have the last guy on the news. Portable, he calls himself Omolalomi, and the guy who disturbs everywhere. And recently, we heard that a group of persons in a more civilized body invited him to come and perform to them. What did he do? In no time, I'll get that to you. I was where Portable came out to canvas for his new signing. The guy is signed, and Portable is saying people should help this guy and help him in industry, as against helping others who are criminals and who have EFCC cases. He is saying you should help the guy. At the time, he said the guy should perform, and when the guy sang on the live section, a lot of people felt like this guy himself need help, because basically he sounded so awful at the time. But Portable saw something and said, I want to sign him courtesy what I saw. I saw where Portable was performing at the point, and then a young man came out to spray him dollars, and saw Portable pausing the show to pick up his dollars, using the F word and foul word on a guy who went ahead to pick his money. And this is the call out to everybody out there. Tomorrow is Saturday. As you go for parties, please and please don't pick anybody's money, basically. I saw where Portable came out to drag Adekunle Gold by saying Adekunle Gold reached out to him and said Portable should do a challenge for him as against maybe a verse or a collaboration. And Portable said he wants to do a challenge, but then he wants a verse from Adekunle Gold on a song rather than a challenge. We saw where there was a back and forth within Charlie Poppy and Portable, and then Charlie came out to warn him saying, no put body, he gets why. And then obviously we know that at the time it's a bit kind of relieved, but then let's see what Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday hold for Charlie Poppy and Portable. Breaking news. Now, the NBA guys invited Portable to come and perform on their show at the time. Now, the NBA, that's the Nigerian Bar Association, a gathering of lawyers at the time, and they said